at the start of the season that Newcastle would be involved. Their visitors, Barnsley, have been odds-on to go straight back down for some time, but they've been showing great fight in recent weeks. Our man at St James's Park was Barry Davies.
The captain, Rob Lee, fit again. Keith Gillespie recovered from tonsillitis. A totally different Newcastle team and philosophy compared with Saturday at Highbury. With company too for Alan Shearer. Andreas Andersen given a starting place for his 10th attempt to break his goal-scoring duck. Barnsley, whose form over the last 6 matches would have them in 9th place to Newcastle's 19th, field the side which ended against Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, which means that John Hendry is on the bench and Jan Aga Fjortoft, who scored the winner, then starts. The referee is Steve Dunn of Bristol, and it's must win against can't lose. What used to be everyone's second favourite in the Premiership against the team who have assumed that role. Crisp afternoon, quite bright sunshine. Newcastle, of course, in the stripes. Here's Warren Barton, scored on Saturday against the team he supported as a boy, Warren Barton. Arsenal, but it was barely a consolation goal. Well, safe from Shay Given, but no more. They also serve, etc. And it's only 36 days since the cup tie between these two teams, which I have to say I remember as a much closer game than the report written in today's programme. And you could argue that this match is even more important than that one. Pearce has many heads to look for. And he finds Davies, who had a clear header but didn't really get any power to test David Watson. And he found a lot of room. Pearce, awkward one, Shearer trying to go for it. It was Lee who got it there ahead of him. Shearer came in behind. Rob Lee got there first. And he wasn't far away. Ward forcing to stop there for a minute. Redfern. Goes for the shot on the left. Turns out to be a pass to Fjortoft, the angle too tight. Beautifully taken by Speed. Tried to improvise with the early shot. Just didn't quite sit where he wanted it. Speed. Stopped in his tracks. Corner one. And Bear strolls forward. Gillespie has come to take. Albert's now moved to the far post. Won by Moses. Got good height on the header. Eden. Barton, the player who stayed back. Barnsley moving up. Holding the line about halfway inside their own half. Here's Shearer. Prefer to get a little poke at it. Does get a bit congested. I'm a bit surprised that they're not using the flanks better. Newcastle tended to have 3 at the back, Barnsley, and those 3 are not being stretched too often. Away by Jones. Who's the widest of the back 3 when there are only 3. Offside against Anderson. Good save anyway. On by Pearce. Clearly offside, Anderson. No foul given. Ward's challenge on Pearce. Carefully down the line by Fjortoft. And a corner one. Very typical piece of industry by Ashley Ward. Corner quickly taken. Here's Redfern. Bullock. Redfern trying to curl. Too high. Looks away in disappointment. And you've had his impressive record. 13 goals this season. Actually 5 from the penalty spot, but his strike rate has been good. Batting. Anderson further forward, now down the left side. Lee. Barnsley holding about 22 yards out. Now forced back, good head again by Moses. Defending well, Barnsley. Speed. Lee. Faced by the Zoo. Robley. Plenty of fire in that. Almost surprised Dave Watson. Got down well, but the pace of the shot forced him to move very quickly. And, came through the crowd a bit. Speed. Everything to his right. That's looking for Shearer, and it finds him off the crossbar. In by Anderson. The duck is broken. And collectively, the football club and the city of Newcastle is very happy for the Swede. First real mistake that Barnsley made. This should have been cut out, but wasn't by Jones. Shearer's shot off the underside of the crossbar. Quickest to react was Anderson. 1-0 Newcastle. Well beaten by Shearer's shot. Nothing that Dave Watson could do about the follow-up header. Fjortoft trying to battle his way through. Barton reacting a little bit strongly. And here's Shearer, well fed by Anderson. Far side is Speed. Real chance to bring real comfort to the half-time dressing room. Challenge by Barton. Corner rightly given. Last chance for Barnsley in the half. Sunshine and snow showers. Well claimed and well held too under the challenge. Solid arms, careful hands. And the tension has been lifted both for Anderson, the scorer of the goal, after Shearer had hit the crossbar, and for the Newcastle crowd. A partnership of two up front brings a dividend, and Newcastle lead 1-0 at half-time. Newcastle haven't won here in the Premiership since they beat Bolton Wanderers on the 17th of January. Haven't won in the Premiership anywhere since the success at Aston Villa on February the 1st. I'm sure that Kenny Dalglish may have reminded his side that Barnsley came back strongly in the second half of the cup tie. Bullock. Ward. Fiotov far post. Bullock had dropped back. That's a corner. Bullock on the goal line. Good header. Davies. Different angle, but a bit too flat across. Ward beautifully pulled down, and it's going to scram in. Fiotov scores after the mistake by Shay Given. And Fiotov, I think, collided with the post in forcing the ball home. Beautiful piece of play here by Ashley Ward. And from then on, he was favoured with fortune because Given should have saved that, as he knows. It was a nasty crunch for Fiotov, but he made sure the ball went home. Beautifully taken on the instep. He's got the defender on the wrong side, Davies, but it shouldn't have led to anything, but did through the mistake by Given and the determination of Fiotov. Obviously the ribs are hurting, and the fear would be that he's broken a rib. The collision with the post by Fiotov has resulted in considerable concern for most in the crowd of 36,534. John Hendry gets a Barnsley corner. Ball again in front of the goalkeeper. Hendry far post, Jones for the angled run being watched by Shearer. Shearer didn't know where it was. That's a good claim from Tinkler. Shearer wasn't sure. Came to Tinkler. Got a clear head at it. It's well plucked out of the air. Play Robley. Speed. Free kick. Challenged by Scott Jones. Trying to size it up on his left side. Speed. Pierce places it with care. Surprised he doesn't check which way the wind's blowing. Check the surface just in front of the ball. And get it round the edge of the wall. Full weight to pounce to a half-cleared ball. Stuart Pearce. No. It's unpalatable for the home supporters, but for all the possession that Newcastle have, Barnsley look the more likely. Side-to-side as they take all the 3 points. Met by Shearer. Nicely done by Bozancic. Referee wants to get some attention for the Swede. He's hurt in that challenge with Bozancic. Very good to see Jan Fiotov. Apparently fully recovered, now back sitting on the bench. Pearce, that's a good delivery, but not a good contact by Davies, but he remains in there. It's he who's gone forward, Watson gone to defence. Lee getting his way through, still Rob Lee. Just couldn't make contact at the far post, the Greek. But fine example of leading by example and industry. And Rob Lee a little unlucky. Just overhit the cross. Redford. Hendry and Albert. Here's Moses. Watson. Cool as you like. Must make it even worse for Shay Given watching at the other end. Gets by. Needs a good cross from Stuart Pearce. Finds gets by. And here's Batty. Took it across when there was a shooting chance initially. Good header out by the Zoo. Batty. Davies tries to go through the crowd, is brought down, but the referee plays advantage. Robley's cross. Shearer! It's that man again to the rescue of Newcastle United. A week ago, his goal took them to the cup final. Strong header over the despairing hand of David Watson. Industry again from Robley, who supplied the cross. And Watson, who hadn't come for it, as a claim for a push by Barnsley. But the goal stands. Newcastle lead 2-1, and I couldn't see a push there. Accurately down the line by Pearce. Some wise heads playing it out here in the end for Newcastle. Redford. Oh, what an expression of relief. And what a player. Once again, Alan Shearer saving his team, bringing delight to the supporters. But it's a familiar story for Barnsley, who looked to have gained a point when Shay Given dived over the shot by Ashley Ward. But Shearer, as has so often been the case, had the last say and brought 3 vital points to Newcastle United.
Every game he's played, he's getting fitter and fitter and stronger. And as I say, I think he's got a little bit to come now yet, and everybody's looking forward to when he's real back to form. But he's certainly been an asset to us, and whether he's played and scored or not, it's just the fact that his presence has lifted the whole lads.
Well, Danny, it was a familiar story, wasn't it?
Yes, losing a goal so late in the game obviously is very disappointing. I thought we could have dealt with it better, in all honesty. There's a suggestion there was a bit of a push on Ariane, but you know, that's from my defender's point of view. But I think he got himself in a bad position, and the goal's gone in.
You've now given yourself a bit of breathing space, but you do have this run of away games, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. But you know, we're looking forward to playing Man United away. It'd be nice to be on a nice pitch for a change. I mean, our pitch has been very poor this season. I think it's been a lot to do with our downfall. We can't play football on it. I think if you look at the good pitches, we normally play well on them.
It's going to be a heck of an end to the season at Oakwell. I mean, you're beating Spurs, you're beating Arsenal, and you're beating Manchester United.
It's always exciting there, isn't it? Yeah, it's there's never a dull moment, that's for sure.
Well, breathing space there for Newcastle United, and Shearer again. I mean, you know, he's got them to the cup final. He's going to keep them up. He's cheap buy, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, for the money, obviously. I think today as well, it was so tight for so long. It looked at odds on for a draw, and of course the £15 million man pops up with a goal, and you may ask, what do you get for £15 million? You get everything as far as Shearer's concerned. This is what every centre forward should do. This is very, very strong, holds off the Zoo, runs down the left-hand side. Very simple, but that's the way he plays his game. Make sure it goes to a black and white shirt, keeps Newcastle with the ball. But that's not just all about him, because he was everywhere today. Certainly again here, just finds himself way out on the right-hand side. Quick look up, great crosser. Speed should have done better with that. Unfortunately, it's on his poor foot, his right foot. And then, like every striker, he gambles. He thinks about running in, he's not going to run in, he's going to gamble on the defender missing the ball. And, of course, what happens? The defender misses a ball. And here, I mean, we've slowed it right down because it sticks underneath his feet. He just managed to get it out with his left, and then he hits it with such power, hardly any backlift. Goalkeeper got no chance. And, of course, it allowed Anderson to break his duck. But he's always thinking that was his probably one-half chance of the first half, and Newcastle got to go for it. Can he defend for 15 million? Some forwards can't. He can. Now we've circled him. He's in against Jones. What a great header. Any centre-back would have been well pleased with that outside the penalty area. And then this icing on the cake. 87th minute. Barnsley think they've got a draw. Good cross by Lee. A little shove, I think, just a little push. Paid 3 of the striker's manual. and it's in the back of the net. And for 50, you get £20 million from him now, Des. Yeah. So, great buy.
If he hadn't been injured, it's fair to say they wouldn't have been struggling, would they?
No, but I mean, but only look at it overall as well. I mean, certainly his goals got them in the Champions League last season. They're going to be in Europe again because of Arsenal's position in the league and, of course, in the cup final. And his goals are going to avoid Newcastle getting relegated.
Now, what about Barnsley? It does look like curtains now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, they fought hard. They still play the football. And at 1-1, obviously, they thought they got the point. But, I mean, Leeds away, Liverpool at home, Blackburn away, and today, goals conceded in the last few minutes, and it's cost them all the points. They've also got, I think, you know, Arsenal at home, Manchester United at home, and Tottenham. I'm afraid, as we see the bottom 3, I think that's the way it's going to end up.